Good morning. I am Dr. S. C. Gupta, Professor of Radiology, Mahatma Gandhi Medical College. Today we will discuss something very important thing which is required to each and everybody. The name is meditation. You must have heard about meditation. Now we should define what meditation is. The simplest definition of meditation is to remain in a single thought till time. If you introspect yourself inside and till you are in a single thought, that means on that time you are meditating on that particular thought. Suppose there is some problem in your day-to-day life. You have some quarreling with your colleague. All the time thoughts of that quarrel comes into your mind. And always you are thinking about that thought only. So on that time you are meditating on the thought of that quarrel. Now we come to why we should do the meditation. What is meditation? We have understood to remain in a single thought, but what is the need? Why should we go for the meditation? We are all so busy, we don't have any time at all. And still everybody says that you should go for the meditation, you should do regular meditation. Then at least we should know what are the benefits of meditation. Brain empowerment, mind focus, stress relief, reach goals, feel connected, balance in life, self-centered, mood enhancement, boost immunity system, nowadays very much needed because of corona, anti-aging, healthy heart, and increase energy. Out of all these benefits, if you achieve one or two, this is more than enough. We have to see the mechanism of our body. What is the role of thoughts in our body? What thoughts do? You just analyze, thoughts come before any action. Whatever action you are planning in day-to-day life, before implementing that action, the thought of that action comes to your mind. And body energy works through thoughts. Every person has a limited amount of energy. Suppose 5,000 calories or 10,000 calories at a time. So how to spend that energy depends on the thoughts. Suppose there are multiple thoughts and every thought consumes your energy. So multiple thoughts divide body energy, poor results. A confused person starts any job, any work, and having multiple thoughts in his mind. Once he says that I should start this work, after 2-3 days, again a second thought comes in his mind and say, no, this is very hard work, I cannot do. So in the beginning, for the 2 days, he has spent lot of energies. Now he has stopped doing all the work. So all energy went waste. And another person having instead of multiple thoughts, single thought, whole energy, whatever amount he has got in his body is totally spent on that particular thought, and there will be good results. Because he has conserved energy, he has not wasted his body's energy. So centralization of thought reduces the energy loss, more output, more perfection. If you want to achieve more perfection in your work, you want to do more output, so you have to reduce the energy loss, and this is only possible if you centralize your thoughts. By any process, if the thought process is centralized instead of the multiple thoughts, if you come to nearer a single thought, then you can conserve your energy. Everybody has got problem in his life, and whenever there is a problem, there are multiple thoughts in your brain. Multiple thoughts, no answer. Sit in a meditation. If you are a regular meditator, then you know how to centralize the thoughts, remove unnecessary thoughts, so you will get the best possible solution. These are very important factors. You have got a mind, you have a body, and a spirit also. Although our medical science has not proved yet is there anything like spirit, but our ancient rishis, munis have already proved that spirit is there. So these are the three main factors of our body. We have a healthy mind, we should have a healthy mind, a healthy body, and a good spirit also. What about physical body? Being a doctor, we are all medical fraternity persons. We all know how to maintain our body, physical body. We take the balanced diet, cleanliness, exercise to make body fit, body massage, steam, sauna bath, good clothes, everything to improve the physical body, and all medicines also. What about soul? Still we have a doubt. Medical science still have a doubt whether soul is there or not. And when we don't know soul is there or not, how can we know what is the diet of the soul? But our Rishi Munus has already told us that diet of the soul is spiritual energy from the nature, not the food. The food of soul is spiritual energy from the nature, but that requires ability to connect to the nature. Only there is abundant of energy is available in the nature, but you cannot take any benefit from that energy available in the nature unless you know how to connect with the nature. Now we come to the mind, the third factor. There are two types of the mind available. Unconscious mind. Well, we know very well, being a doctor, when a person becomes unconscious, then conscious mind is again divided into two faculties. One is subconscious. Conscious mind may be subconscious or maybe superconscious. Conscious mind has reasoning, and all temporary memories lies in the conscious mind. But this is only 5% of the total mind. This is something very important thing. We have got conscious mind, which is contribute only 5% of the total mind, and all temporary memories lies in the conscious mind. Now we come to the subconscious mind. This is 95% of the total mind. Subconscious mind has no reasoning at all, has permanent memory. If programming done, becomes automatic, controls all automatic functions, all autonomic functions like heart rate, respiration, digestion, all habits and emotions stored here, remains alert all the time. We have to understand this subconscious mind very clearly. All your habits, they lies, the permanent, all memories are stored in your subconscious mind. Your all autonomic functions, we don't know heart is running or not, beating or not. You are not aware of the respiration, not aware of the digestion. All things are going regularly without your notice. Initially, we have to learn the car driving by conscious mind. This is brake, this is clutch, this is accelerator. By repeated practice, that becomes a permanent memory, and that goes into the subconscious mind. Once the thing goes into the subconscious mind, there is no need to remember it. It will take care of itself. While you are driving, you may be thinking anything else. You can discuss anything in your mind. Lot of thoughts are there going on in your mind, and still you are running car perfectly, because that particular aspect has reached to the subconscious mind, making a permanent memory. So, how we can program our subconscious mind? Do something repeatedly, chanting, saying repeatedly, or instruction given by authorities. If a doctor instructs to the patient, you have to eat this thing and don't eat this thing, they all goes into the subconscious mind of the patient. So we can do the programming also. Then we come to the superconscious mind. Superconscious mind can see beyond material reality. It is a space between our thoughts, space between our thoughts. Ideas of art, music, poetry, scientific discovery, intuitions, all spiritual experiences, all comes from superconscious mind. Okay, this is something very higher thing, but you can do your programming of your subconscious mind. Conscious mind has got very limited role in your whole life. The whole thing lies in your subconscious mind. If we can do the programming, then you can achieve like anything. Meditation provides mental peace. You may be very rich, you may be very healthy, you may be a big personality with big name and fame. You may not be mentally satisfied. Meditation, you may be calm or cool. Meditation trains our mind to regulate our activities and inner silence. It makes the balanced state less affected by ups and downs. Everybody in his life has got ups and downs. So if you are a regular meditator, you can achieve a balance between the ups and downs. Balance of inner spiritual demand plus outer spiritual demand can be achieved with the help of meditation. Purifies the mind and connects with the ultimate. Unless your mind, the subconscious mind, purified, you cannot connect to the ultimate or the nature. And the abundant energy available in the nature cannot be utilized by you. What importance a general person gives to the leaves and the fruits, while attention should be given to the roots. This is all forgotten nowadays. There is outer growth and there is inner growth. Unless there is balance between the two, just as a tree is sustained by its roots, our outer development needs to be supported by the strength of our inner development. Unless you have a strength in your roots, the outer growth cannot be, that should be there. The result will be this. Stress. Nowadays, this is a very common word. We all know about the stress. What are the causes? There are many causes about the stress. Social, family matters, health problems, job related, chronic stress. They are unlimited causes. But what chronic stress will do? Patient may start consuming liquor, smoking, tobacco, gutka, charas, drugs, and unnecessary quarreling also. More anger, more stress, depression, and suicidal tendencies. What we are seeing in our young generation nowadays. So, there are only 2 times I feel stress, in the day as well as in the night. The whole 24 hours I remain under stress. And what is the way how to reduce my stress? The only is the meditation. If possible, identify the cause of stress, try to remove the cause, but not possible always. Your daughter is not getting married, you are not getting a job, financial problem, health problem. So many causes are there. Try to remove all these causes, but not possible always. What is the solution then? Meditation is the only solution. Okay, we can discuss a very important thing also, that is past life regression. We have already seen that subconscious mind has permanent memory of past life, which may have bad experiences and may manifest in form of physical, mental, or the psychological illness. All the permanent memory of this life or your previous life, they are all stored in your subconscious mind. But suppose you have got a very sad experience in your childhood or in a previous life. That bad experience may manifest in form of physical, mental, or psychological illness in this your present life. So with the help of meditation, one can enter back in the time in subconscious mind and can resolve the issue. Such a new topic. Lot of research is going on this past life regression nowadays, and all researches are being done by the medical fraternities. Past life regression therapy can resolve many chronic illness which at present medical science has no answer. All autoimmune diseases, mental health. Generally we see there is no remedy available. Patient has to take medicines regularly whole of the life, and there is no cure of the disease. Only we maintain the condition so that he remains like normal. But with the concept of the past life regression, since the subconscious mind of that person has got a bad memory in this life or the previous life, that may interfering this mental or the psychological health of that person. So these are the various benefits of the meditation, and this is something very unique thing. I will advocate that every person should do, at least spare some time to do the regular meditation. Thank you very much.